Welcome to Binge-America. The Switchblade is a loitering munition developed by AeroVironment. It is designed as a kamikaze, being able to crash into its target with an explosive warhead to destroy it. The Switchblade is small enough to be carried in a backpack and can be launched from a variety of ground, maritime, and air platforms. In this video, we are going to discuss what are Switchblade drones. The video is going to be amazing, so make sure you stick to the end. Before starting the video, be sure to smash the like button and subscribe to never miss out on any of our videos. It's like a Javelin missile, but far more accurate. Both can strike a building, but the Switchblade can strike a window in that building, effectively striking with precision beyond anything else I know of, said an operator who spent much of his career with an Army Special Missions unit. It allows a small team to take out an important position or vehicle from a reasonably safe distance. Switchblade's origins date back to 2004 and a DARPA program called Close Combat Lethal Reconnaissance, or CCLR, or Confirmatory Hunter-Killer. The original version is similar to the final design, with one major difference. It was being controlled by a fiber optic cable spooling out behind as it flew. This arrangement is feasible and is used by Israel's Spike NLOS missile, but was dropped in favor of more mature radio guidance. CCLR was aimed at urban combat, with the ability to fly over buildings and around corners to a range of about 10 blocks. The United States and our allies and partners are fully committed to surging weapons of assistance to the Ukrainians, and more will be coming as we source additional stocks of equipment that we're ready to transfer, Biden said. The U.S. administration has delivered or promised over $1.2 billion in security assistance to Ukraine. This includes more than 600 Stinger anti-aircraft missiles, 2,600 Javelin anti-armor systems, 200 grenade launchers and ammunition, 200 shotguns and 200 machine guns, nearly 40 million rounds of small arms ammunition, and over 1 million grenade, mortar, and artillery rounds, as well as helicopters, patrol boats, satellite imagery, and body armor, helmets, and other tactical gear. The new $800 million aid package includes 800 Stinger anti-aircraft systems, 2,000 Javelins, 1,000 light anti-armor weapons, and 6,000 AT-4 portable anti-tank weapons. The Switchblade 300 weighs 5.5 pounds or 2.5 kilograms, including the warhead, has a range of 10 kilograms, and an endurance of 15 minutes. It has an explosive charge equivalent to a 40mm grenade, so it is suitable for destroying light armored vehicles and enemy personnel. It is a very convenient weapon in the fight against infantry fighting vehicles, armored personnel carriers, and armored vehicles, also effective against infantry. After the attack of this kamikaze drone, their bodies will fertilize Ukrainian land. The company says that the entire system can be set up in less than 2 minutes. The UAV has cameras on board, but is often used in conjunction with a mini surveillance drone for better battlefield awareness. The warhead is specifically designed for controlled firepower. Not only an impact explosion is possible, but also a detonation at a certain height. Most importantly, all parameters can be changed in flight. Simply put, the operator can change the target and the direction of impact on the go. There is almost no salvation for enemies from such a UAV. Reports suggest the U.S. military has used the Switchblade 300 in combat under limited circumstances in Afghanistan and elsewhere, but it's not publicized the fact that if they were to be supplied to Ukraine, that could be the most significant use of this weapon in combat to date. Switchblade sensor-to-shooter S-to-S combines the excellent ISR capabilities of AeroVironment Small Unnamed Aerial Systems, or SUAS, with the ability to accurately guide the Switchblade missile system. With S-to-S software, target coordinates are instantly transmitted from SUAS to Switchblade via inter-machine communication, which reduces interaction time and cognitive load on the operator. S-to-S provides Switchblade operators with real-time video surveillance for centralized viewing of the work area and the ability to match scenes with the SUAS ISR and Switchblade 300 on one screen. The Switchblade 600 is an extended range variant with a range of 40 kilometers. It weighs 120 pounds and is equipped with a dual electro-optical and infrared sensor suite. With an endurance of 40 minutes, it can be used against larger, hardened targets via an anti-armor warhead and does not need external surveillance or fire assets. The company claims that the entire system can be assembled in less than 10 minutes. The wave-off and recommit capability of this drone allows operators to abort the mission at any time and then re-engage either the same or other targets multiple times. A touchscreen tablet-based fire control system can manually or autonomously control the munition, and it is secured through onboard encrypted data links and selective availability anti-spoofing module GPS with a patented wave-off capability. The Switchblade 600 was developed to meet requirements in an Army development program called Single Multi-Mission Attack Missile. By the time of its unveiling, it had undergone 60 test flights from ground launches against fixed and moving targets. Other methods could include a 6-pack vehicle-mounted version and by-air launch. In March 2021, the United States Special Operations Command, or USSOCOM, awarded a $26 million contract to AeroVironment for delivery and integration of Switchblade 600 tactical missile systems into specialized maritime platforms. The tube is set up like a little mortar on the ground. Steve Gitlin, who served as AeroVironment's chief marketing officer, said during a 2020 interview in which he described the product. Using the ground control system, the operator launches it. It exits the tube. Its wings spring open. Its propeller spins up, and it starts flying in the direction the operator wants it to and streaming live video back to that operator, viewable on the screen in the middle of that hand control unit, he continued, adding that once the threat is identified, they then designate the target on the control station screen, and the Switchblade then navigates itself in the terminal guidance mode and detonates onto that target. A senior U.S. official, speaking on condition of anonymity under ground rules set by the Pentagon, said that he would not rule out more of the drones could be sent to Ukraine in future shipments, in a similar rolling fashion to how the Pentagon has been sending anti-tank missiles and shoulder-fired anti-aircraft weapons. Both Switchblade variants can fly much faster than the Turkish Bayraktar TB2 drones that the Ukrainian forces are currently using to inflict damage on Russian tanks and other armored vehicles, and they would presumably be able to penetrate the spotty air defenses Russia is maintaining over its forces. Ukraine has succeeded in defending Kiev, the capital, and stalling Russia's advances 3 weeks after the invasion started. The US-led Western push to put advanced lethal weaponry in Ukrainian hands boosted the resistance, which to date has met a shambolic Russian advance lacking in strategy and logistics. To further help, there's a push to get Eastern European allies to send new air defense systems to Ukraine that the US doesn't have. At the top of the list are mobile Russian-made missile systems such as the SA-8 and S-300. Like the S-300, Ukraine also possesses SA-8s. The SA-8 is a mobile short-range air defense system still in the warehouses of Romania, Bulgaria, and Poland. The larger long-range S-300 is still in use by Bulgaria, Greece, and Slovakia. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin's trip to Europe this week will include not only NATO headquarters in Brussels, but also stops in Bulgaria and Slovakia, countries that own S-300s and SA-8s, before heading back to Washington, D.C. That said, questions remain about how many of the Switchblade systems the US has in its stockpiles and how fast AeroVironment can manufacture new ones, and how much training Ukrainians would require to operate the systems. The United Kingdom is the only foreign country that so far has been authorized to purchase the Switchblade. Sending the older Switchblade 300 still in the US military arsenal might be one of the easiest options, rather than acquiring and delivering the latest variant of that type or the larger Switchblade 600. These weapons would help with the hit-and-run tactics employed by the Ukrainian troops against their Russian adversaries. On paper, Switchblade drones can be more precise than many of the weapons used by Russian and Ukrainian forces, such as firebombs. But because there's so much uncertainty about how the AI targeting algorithms these systems include actually function, and whether they can function effectively in urban warfare, we do not know whether they'll be more effective in this particular war, Bode said. Let us know your opinion in the comments section below. This was all for today. Hope you liked the video. Do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Stay safe, and we will be back soon with another video.